Now, I also thought about what are some opposite, and I didn't spend a ton of time thinking about this, but what are some kind of inverse almost words or concepts? And one of them was delusion, so,
Yeah.
where you're just like, dude, I think you're seeing things. I think you're like having, you know, you're not, you're not seeing a picture of the future that we should all strive for. You have some obsession. Like you're, you know, um, fixation, I think, is one of those words. Fixation. I wrote about that, like fixation as a in the book I wrote, Man Oh Man, a while back. I think I wrote about fixation in there. Fixation is like the sign that you are on the wrong path. That it's one of those indicators that you should drop what you're doing. And the state of being fixated, where you're like mesmerized and hypnotized, and like, and you see this sometimes in, so my son's got this dog that is it's a hunting dog. He's a good dog,
Yeah.
Apache. I tried to get him to name him Geronimo, and then because I just thought that was a cool name for a dog, and then I thought, well, just rugged and woodsy and tough, and he wouldn't do it. So I'm like, well, how about Cochise? Because I was on this wild Apache Indian kind of idea. You know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, not Cochise. I'm like, all right, how about Apache? And he's like, all right.
That works.
So that works. So everybody calls him Patchy, like patches or something. But it's like, no, it's Apache,
yeah, but
like the Comanche Indian type Apache.
He does kind of have patches on him.
He does.
So, okay.
But he's a hunting dog, and he's got this inbred or bred into him, or and he has an indwelling natural trigger, instinct.
I was going to say instinct.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And when we go out in the field, woods, whatever, if you're carrying a gun, he goes crazy. Like he loses it. I mean, he becomes fixated, and he cannot see straight. Like something happens, and his instinct kicks in, and he can't listen. He can't focus. He goes into this maniac mode, and he loves it. I mean, he's really into it. And he's really bad at it, though. He is not a good hunting dog. So he's a blue tick hound, which is a really great hunting dog for coons and squirrels and, varmints running around. I don't know about birds, but anyway, he's a hunting dog.
So he has this kind of instinct, but it's not honed.
It's right. It is latent and raw.
Oh.
It's not. It is not helpful.
But maybe with a little training.
Yeah, maybe like when he was a pup or
right.
something.
It's
Sure,
maybe too
it's a
late
little.
now.
It's a little late. The die is cast.
Oh,
You
boy.
know what I'm saying?
Oof.
But that's an example of fixation. Where you can see like nothing is getting through. Like, it's like hello. Anybody in there?
Nope.
And so fixation, like you meet people that are fixated on stuff, and it's just like, oh, we're not getting through to you, are we? We might as well just stop right here. And I use it on myself. I'm like, man, if I'm fixated on something like, some particular trip or snack or purchase or whatever, it's like, dude, you're about to make a big mistake. No matter what it is that you're fixated on, you have like checked out and you've set aside the best parts of you, your decision-making components. And you're about to just like do some instinct thing, and it's probably going to be stupid. You know what I'm saying? And so fixation as a key indicator of stupidity for myself, this isn't like I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just going, oh, I've noticed this when I look back on some of the dumbest stuff I've done.
There's a long list.
Well, sure. I'm 50-something.
Right.
What am I, 53?
My list is very long.
Yeah, sure.
So,
You're like,
to be honest.
I had plenty of time to screw that up,
Right.
and
Right.
check
So
that box, right?
Well, there you go.
So, anyway, I've noticed in some of my worst decisions, there's a common theme, which is fixation.
No, that's true.
The state of being mesmerized by some imaginative la la land nothingness that is unattainable, that's unwise to try to attain, right? That is outside of all sanity. But it's this burning picture in my mind, you know. So that's not a good vision. Right? That's kind of the opposite.